Bangladesh inaugurates and lays foundation of 195 development projects in Mymensingh. Jatiyo Jukta Front holding dialogue with Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at Ganabhavan. Progress made in dialogue with Jatiyo Oikko Front. Further dialogue possible, says Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir. Jail Killing Day tomorrow. Nation to commemorate 4 national leaders brutally killed inside jail in 1975. US midterm election scheduled for November 6. And Sylhet Divisional Stadium making debut with Bangladesh-Zimbabwe test starting tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum. This is News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. I am Shohid Hassan welcoming you all.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Shangita Ahmed. Those were the headlines and now on to the rest of the news. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina sought vote for the Awami League in the upcoming general election, saying re-election of her party is very much needed to build a hunger and poverty-free Bangladesh by executing all development plans and projects. The Prime Minister said Bangladesh has already graduated to a developing country from the least developed one. The government is not stopping here. It has taken a 20-year perspective plan and wants to build Bangladesh as a developed and prosperous country by 2041, she added. The Prime Minister was addressing a mammoth public meeting jointly organized by Mymensingh District and City Awami League at local Circuit House Moidan this afternoon. Thousands of people from across the division joined the rally, carrying colorful posters of Bangabandhu and Sheikh Hasina and Awami League's election symbol, boat. Sheikh Hasina, also the Awami League President, sought cooperation of the countrymen to further reduce the poverty rate in the country. She said the nation will celebrate the birth centenary of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, in 2020 and the Golden Jubilee of Independence in 2021. Recalling the dark days of terrorism, militancy and corruption during the 5-year rule of BNP Jamaat government, the Awami League President said killing, terrorism, militancy, extortion, grabbing and creation of Bangla Bhai were their only jobs at that time. The Prime Minister said the Awami League does not inflict torture on anybody when it comes to power. It makes development of the country and the people, she said. Pointing out inauguration and laying foundation stones of 195 projects in 4 districts of Mymensingh Division, the Premier said the Dhaka-Mymensingh highway has already been upgraded to a 4-lane road. Earlier, the Prime Minister inaugurated and laid the foundation stones of the 195 development projects in 4 districts of the division by unveiling their plaques.
اللهم اجعل آخر كلامنا عند الموت لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
The public rally was also addressed, among others, by Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir, Agriculture Minister Begum Motia Chaudhary, Religious Affairs Minister Principal Motiur Rahman, Awami League Presidium Member Dr. Abdul Razak and party's Joint General Secretary Dr. Deepu Moni. Describing various development achievements of the Awami League government, the Speaker sought vote for both in the next general elections. Awami League President and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said there will be no barrier for any political party to participate in the upcoming election, as Awami League wants to hold it in a free, fair and impartial manner. She said this while speaking at the beginnings of a dialogue with Jukta Front at Ganabhavan tonight. Sheikh Hasina said Awami League started to talk with political parties for the interest of a fair election. The Awami League president urges all to take part in the upcoming 11th Parliament election. Bikolpodhara President AQM Bodruddoza Chaudhary led Jukto Front delegation, while Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina led the Awami League-led 14-party alliance delegation at the dialogue. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will hold talks with Anwar Hussain Monju-led Jatiyo Party at Ganobhavan around 7:30 p.m. on 4th November 2018. And HM Irshad-led Jatiyo Party has been invited for the talks on November 5.
The nation will observe the mournful jail killing day tomorrow by paying rich tributes to 4 national leaders and liberation war heroes who were brutally murdered inside the Dhaka Centre Jail on November 3, 1975. When Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was detained by the Pakistani junta, the 4 national leaders Soyad Nazrul Islam, Tajuddin Ahmed, HM Kamaruzzaman and Captain M. Mansur Ali led the country's independence war. They were sent to jail after the gruesome killing of Father of the Nation along with most of his family members on August 15, 1975. Bangladesh Awami League and its associate organizations and other socio-political bodies have drawn up elaborate programs to observe the day in a befitting manner. Marking the day, President Mohammed Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina issued separate messages. In his message, President Abdul Hamid said anti-liberation forces brutally killed the 4 national leaders in continuation to the assassination of Bangabandhu and most of his family members to make the nation leaderless, alongside to jeopardize the independence and sovereignty of the country. He said the target of the perpetrators of the killings was to give rise to undemocratic autocracy in the country, as well as to erase the spirit of liberation war from the minds of young generation. But their design did not come out successful, he added. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in her message said the jail killing day is a stigmatized day in the history of humanity and democracy. The Premier said such killings in the safe custody of jail are unprecedented in the world. Sheikh Hasina said the killings of the 4 national leaders were the sequel to the assassination of Father of the Nation. Health Minister Mohammed Naseem has asked the Parliament to make unity among pro-liberation forces for winning the next general election. He made the call while speaking at a discussion organized by Bangabandhu Shiksha Gobeshona Porishad marking Jail Killing Day at National Press Club Auditorium in the capital today. Professor AAMS Arifin Siddiq presided over the meeting, while Food Minister Advocate Kamrul Islam spoke at the function. Mohammed Naseem said BNP will participate in the next election to avoid vanishing its entity. Later, a munajat was offered seeking peace and forgiveness of departed soul of jail-killing martyrs. Speaker Dr. Shirin Shamin Chaudhary has sought continuous support of common people to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina for continuation of the ongoing development process in the country. The Speaker said this while distributing corrugated iron sheets and checks among 127 families for reconstruction of damaged houses and addressing monthly meeting of Pirganj Upazila Porishad at Pirganj Upazila in Rangpur today. Dr. Shirin Shamin Chaudhary said the present government is committed to take the country forward on the highway of development by involving all people with the mainstream of national advancement. She also said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is implementing huge public welfare-oriented programs side by side with providing electricity to every household, healthcare services to the people's doorsteps by establishing community clinics at the grassroots levels. Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir has said positive progress attained on different issues in the dialogue, so it can be held again. He said this while inaugurating Visitor Centre at Dogachi area under Srinagar in Munshiganj today. Obadul Qadir said the beginning of the dialogue was good. There is no question of a failed one. He said Awami League-led 14-party alliance has no objection to 3 out of the 7-point demand of the Oikya Front. The Awami League General Secretary also said that they are always hopeful about the outcome of the ongoing dialogue.
Now on to international news. US voters will go to the midterm polls on November 6 to take part in elections that will help define the remaining 2 years of President Donald Trump's first term in office. All 435 seats in the Washington Post columnist and a well-known critic of his home country's rulers was strangled and dismembered soon after he walked into the Saudi consulate on October 2, a Turkish prosecutor revealed on Wednesday in the first official comment in a case that has provoked an international condemnation. Meanwhile, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman told the US he considered murdered journalist Jamal Khashoggi to be a dangerous Islamist, media reports say. Prince Mohammed's reported phone call to the White House came before Saudi Arabia admitted he had been killed inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Saudi Arabia has denied the reports in the Washington Post and New York Times. The world's largest airport has been inaugurated in Turkey. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan inaugurated the airport last Monday at the 95th founding anniversary of Turkish Republic. At the opening ceremony, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan announced the name of the airport as Istanbul Airport. The city's Ataturk Airport will remain as a status of an airport but will be closed to commercial flights. The new Istanbul Airport, which will cost about $11.6 billion in total, is being built by a consortium of 5 contractors over an area of more than 76 million square meters. During its initial phase, the new airport is expected to serve 90 million passengers annually. When the remaining phases are completed by 2023, it is capable of serving 200 million passengers, making it one of the busiest airports in the world.
Jashud President and Information Minister Hassanul Haq Inu has said all have to lay importance on sports and culture to build a drug-free society and wipe out corruption, militancy, terrorism and inequality from politics. He also said sports and recreation have no alternative to building a healthy society and keeping the youths away from drugs. Hassanul Haq Inu said this while addressing the inaugural ceremony of the final match of late AHM Kamrul Haq Memorial Gold Cup football tournament at Bheramara in Kustia today. Gulabnagar Mukul Club organized the tournament at Damokdia High School ground, named after the father of Information Minister Hassanul Haq Inu. Awami League leader, freedom fighter Amjad Hussain chaired the inaugural function, which was also addressed by Jatiyo Nari Jot President and Jashud Vice President Afruza Haq Rina and Jashud Organizing Secretary Abdul Alim Shopon. Hassanul Haq Inu said such tournaments should be organized regularly to find out good players from the grassroots level. Later, the Information Minister handed over trophies among the winner of late AHM Kamrul Haq Memorial Gold Cup football tournament. State Minister for Information Tarana Halim has said, under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, the present government is carrying out massive development activities across the country. She asked all to empower Awami League again to continue this flow of development. Tarana Halim made this remark while speaking at Ma Shomabesh at Natiapara Primary School ground of Dubai Union of Delduar Upuzila in Tangail today. Local leaders also spoke on the occasion. Tarana Halim asked everyone to work unitedly under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina.
Now news on sports. Bangladesh will play against Zimbabwe in the first test of the two-match series in Sylhet tomorrow. The play will start at 9:30 a.m. local time. Sylhet International Cricket Stadium will be the debutant tomorrow with the test match between Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. So far, head-to-head statistics say Bangladesh won 5 tests, drawn 3 matches and lost 6 against Zimbabwe. And before we end tonight's bulletin, another look at the headlines. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina seeks people's mandate in next polls for building prosperous Bangladesh, inaugurates and lays foundation stone of 195 development projects in Mymensingh. Jatiyo Jukto Front holding dialogue with Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at Ganabhavan. Progress made in dialogue with Jatiyo Oikko Front, further dialogue possible, says Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir. Jail killing day tomorrow, nation to commemorate 4 national leaders brutally killed inside jail in 1975. US midterm election scheduled for November 6. And Sylhet Divisional Stadium making debut with Bangladesh-Zimbabwe test starting tomorrow.
That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khuda.